Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Storm Hunters podcast. I'm Joshua Zorn,
I'm Steven.
and Steven's here too. And thanks a lot for being with us tonight. We have a special edition of the podcast coming up tonight with we're doing some weather trivia, testing everybody on their weather knowledge. Steven's going to be watching the live chat for us as well, as we'll start the questions in a little bit, and we'll also maybe be keeping track of who kind of gets the most questions correct, and if so, and whoever does at the end of the show, we'll have a prize for as well, which we will keep a secret until then. So we're gonna give first up, we're gonna call up our co-host Katie Nymanen. Who's going to be helping us out tonight. Hello. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. You can hear us loud and clear. Steven, you want to try your mic?
Hi.
Yep, I can hear you guys.
Okay, that's good. So, tonight we're trying out we're going to test viewers and each other on our weather knowledge a bit. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds good.
So, first of all, let's just start off real quick with as we like to do every week, we like to complain about the weather. and so right now, today, what was our high? Minus.
Yeah.
We've probably got around 0, but we're getting more snow tonight and tomorrow. It's April 6th, for crying out loud. Like, what is with this? What do you think, Steven? Why is it so bad?
Saskatchewan.
Because it's Saskatchewan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, because it's Saskatchewan. Well, that's true, because anything can happen in Saskatchewan. So, we're going to start off. How do we want to start off? Steven, you want to give us the first question? How about we quiz Katie first?
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
Wait for it.
This is gonna be a tough one. How does snow take its shape? That was the question.
It sounded like there was more to that question.
What? I don't know.
How does
I only
snow
got
take
one.
its shape?
Yeah.
That is a good question.
He
This
came
is
up.
why I'm a photographer and not a meteorologist.
He came up with this. Like, I don't know.
found it.
He just came up with this earlier in the week, and he said, we're gonna put this on the show. So, I don't know. I'm gonna stay out of this one.
Any idea?
I have no idea. Why don't you explain?
Well, it depends on the temperature and the ice crystals. The ice crystals just pretty much have their own shape to begin with. Yep, that's my one question.
That's your one question.
Yeah, that's my one question.
Okay. Would you have ever gotten that, Katie?
I wouldn't have.
No, I would not.
All right. So we're gonna put our first question to our viewers. I think everybody's still joining us here. Maybe a little late because we're actually starting an hour earlier than we usually do. So hopefully everybody caught that. But what are you shaking your head at?
What?
Why are you?
Nothing.
Okay. So our first question. I'm gonna ask the first question here to our viewers. And if nobody comes up with that, then Steven or Katie will have the chance to answer as well. They do not know the answers to. Well, they do not have the list that I have. So in no particular order. Well, it is kind of in particular order. But here's the first question. This is what I'm asking tonight is going to be related to weather terms. So here we go. This is known as a large body of air that has a similar horizontal temperature and moisture characteristics. Okay. and it's on the screen for you guys as well. A large body of air that has similar horizontal temperature and moisture characteristics. And you can keep an eye on the chat there for us, Stephen. Do we have any thoughts that might give us clues on this? Anybody? Do you?
Nope.
How about you, Katie?
I don't know. No.
Exactly.
It's actually, it sounds like a real complex question, but really it's actually a term that you probably hear quite frequently. So the answer to that first question is actually air mass. That's a large body of air that has similar horizontal temperature and moisture characteristics. That is known as an air mass.
That makes sense.
So nobody got that first question, eh? Nobody. Okay. Well, Katie, do you have any for us lined up tonight? I don't know if you were going to look into. I think you were. I don't know if if you're going for terms or just historical weather or what you were planning to cook up for us.
Well, I don't have anything planned, but okay, since I've got it open, okay, to the viewers, if anyone can give me the definition of this, then you get 10 points. Even though there's no prize, you still get 10 points.
Just 10 points. Poof.
Okay.
They'll be in your bank account.
Okay, what is the definition of occlusion? Occlusion.
An occlusion. Okay. So that's a good question. What is Steven's shit? Shrugging his shoulders at me. Steve, you're cluttering up the chat with your question marks here, Steven. The definition
you guys
of
have any idea?
Definition of an occlusion. Oh, I never like to try and because some of these are tricky. I don't want to embarrass myself. So that's the problem. I never want to embarrass myself, so I just don't try. You know, that's what a lot of people. That's what a lot of people's hypothesis, their theory is when they're asked questions. They won't even try because they don't want to embarrass themselves. Steven says it's the formation of weather. I don't know.
Well, I guess weather would come from it, but the definition of occlusion is when two air masses meet.
I got
That's
10
it.
When
points.
two air masses meet. Hey, that ties that quite well with the first question there. Air mass when two.
I don't think
air
anybody's
masses
gonna get any of these questions. Okay, give me a question. No one talk.
Okay, we're gonna quiz Steven directly here.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Give me an easy one.
An easy one. Well, you should know this one. Okay. I'm gonna summarize this a little bit because it might get a little wordy and there might be too many hints in it. A small tornado, usually weak and short-lived. It occurs along the gust front of a thunderstorm, and it is often visible only as a debris cloud or dust whirl near the ground. What is it?
Tornado.
No.
Wall cloud.
No.
F1. I don't know.
Think. You've seen them before.
Have I?
You've seen them before.
Funnel clouds? I don't know.
Well, maybe you haven't seen them before. You've seen something very similar to them before. Maybe you haven't heard of it before. I don't know. I don't sit down. Maybe I don't sit down with you enough as I should with weather terms.
I don't know.
Katie, any ideas?
A twister?
No. It's a small tornado, usually weak and short-lived, that occurs. That's the strength of a tornado. Yeah. We're not doing the enhanced fajita scale. That occurs along the gust front of a storm. It is often only visible as a debris cloud or dust whirl near the ground. Think of gust. That's your first hint.
Oh, what are they called? Oh, I know what they're called. Frick.
Okay, what is it, Josh?
It is a gustnado.
That wasn't what I was
A
thinking at all.
gustnado. Kind of similar to a dirt devil, you would think, but not. It's not. Dirt devils aren't really classified as tornadoes. But a gustnado is classified as a gust front tornado. That's how you can keep that straight for future reference. Okay, let's move on to another one. This is open to anybody who wants to answer, either on the live chat or among Steven or Katie. Okay. A small, fast-moving, low-pressure...
Towards me?
No, this is to anybody. You can answer too if you want. This is a small, fast-moving, low-pressure system that forms in Western Canada and travels southeastward into the United States. These storms generally bring little precipitation and generally precede an Arctic air mass. So basically, it gets a little wordy there. But the key point in that question is that it is a small, fast-moving, low-pressure system that forms in Western Canada and travels southeastward. You hear it a lot in the wintertime in Saskatchewan or Alberta.
Did you just say Alberta? Is it Alberta Clipper?
Yes, you picked up on my little hint there. Steven was not going to get that one.
I wasn't even paying attention.
Good one there. Yes, it is an Alberta Clipper. It generally precedes an Arctic air mass and generally brings little precipitation. I came across that definition. I thought this is actually a good one for people in Saskatchewan because we hear that term a lot. Why are you... What is it with these question marks, Steven? All over the chat. Oh my. Okay, Steven, you have one for Katie?
Nope.
Well, come on, you have a historic. You got to have some historical weather.
No, I ran out.
Facts. You ran out. You didn't even have any in the first place.
I have one.
When?
Can I borrow one of yours?
One of mine.
Yeah.
I only have terms, so find term.
Hold on a second. Did you do one?
We did that. That's what I started with. Go figure.
What are tornadoes there? There you go. Give me a definition of tornadoes.
How would you define a tornado, I guess, is what he's asking. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Rotating air. And it has to have contact with the ground or else it's just a funnel cloud, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, to be a tornado, you have to have some form of ground circulation from cloud base to the ground.
Funnel of air.
What is the... Okay, here's a good one, and this isn't even on my list, I don't think. Keeping on the theme of tornadoes, what is the... can either of you tell me what the... How do I word this without giving it away? I'm gonna stare off into space. My goodness. What is the base of debris, often called, that you sometimes see at the base of a tornado? Say if it's going through a field picking up dirt or debris, what would that be called?
Debris.
That's part of the answer, but it's more than that. Anybody got an idea?
I don't know. Fast moving debris, flying debris.
What was the question?
I don't know.
What's the question?
The question is, what do you call the cloud? Well, not the cloud. The base at the tornado where there's debris.
The base of the tornado.
So at the ground, maybe I'm not explaining this well enough for you. At the where the tornado is on the ground, and it's picking up dirt, and it's picking up, say, trees, and it's rotating around the base. What is that in then? What is that debris in? It's in a... No.
Funnel.
No.
Cloud.
That's part of it.
Super... never mind.
It is a cloud.
Cloud cell? I don't know.
Think of what it's picking up.
Debris.
Debris.
Stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Debris cloud?
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
I
Could have
was,
said that.
I was getting nowhere with him. I had to spell that one out. So hopefully, if anybody tunes in late or is watching the recording, you guys missing out on the chance to play along live. But you can
I
always
don't think anybody's gotten a question already except for Katie.
can always test. Hopefully, we're testing your weather knowledge by quizzing each other, and you're watching the YouTube recording and learning some new things, because that's what we're ultimately trying to do, is just help people learn some new things, including each other. So, I had actually missed a guess from somebody on Twitter for that other question about the Gus NATO. But no, Jesse, it was not a Dust Devil. But a good guess there. You guys can submit your answers. If you think you have an answer to a question, you can submit them through the live chat to the left of the player, or you can use the Skype call button just above the player, and we'll take your call on Skype. And we can take your answer that way. Okay, you have another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't have another one.
Katie, ask me one.
Okay.
Oh, I got one. I know it.
Okay, I got this. Okay, the temperature to which air must be cooled for water vapor to condense and form fog or clouds. What is it?
Condensation.
Dew point.
Condensation.
Good job.
I don't know.
Be quiet. She's asking me.
Dew point. Dew point. Good job.
That was a good. Thank you. I'm glad I got. Now I want more because I'm on a roll. What?
Yeah,
Okay, Steven, you asked Katie one then. You said you had one.
No.
You just said you had one.
Oh, okay, I got one.
Okay.
This is for Katie. What percentage of wait, no, just I gotta word it right.
Think it through. Take your time.
What's the average percentage for tornadoes to touch down in Saskatchewan?
So, like, what do you mean?
Out of percent. Like a 45% or...
What percent is that
like
out of? Like, out
100.
of storms?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
how...
like out of funnel clouds or out of...
Tornado touchdowns.
But, is this out of how many there are total in Canada? How much...
Yeah, like the percentage of them all too. You know what? Screw it, because nobody's getting it. It makes sense.
But do you actually know the answer?
Yep.
What is it then?
Like 3-1, which is 75%.
You mean no? You're asking like the probability.
Yes, your question.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's like the probability or something.
What's an inflow jet? There.
What's an inflow jet?
Yeah, you can't. No.
Yeah, because I printed those out. Anybody have an idea what an inflow jet is? Commonly heard with supercell storms, actually. There's a hint. You loosen it. What are you trying to do? Move it up. Okay, what is it? Tell us what an inflow jet is, Steven.
An inflow jet is local jets of air near the ground flowing inward toward the base of a tornado. I'm not saying it again.
Good one. Okay. Steven.
Yeah.
Here's one for you. Let me find one. Nah, that would be... I'm trying to find an easy one for you. Okay, here we go. Includes winter storm conditions of sustained winds or frequent gusts of 35 miles per hour or more that cause major blowing snow and drifting snow. That's the first part of it. Do you want me to continue? Blizzard. There you go. That was easy. I figured you'd get that.
I live in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, you got to know that. Especially this year. Katie, do you have any other ones?
Okay. Okay. What is what's the definition of a high pressure system?
Definition of high pressure system. Okay. This is probably probably answer this in a couple different ways. I don't know if I know the by the book one. Don't just look at me like that. You know you're on camera. A ridge of high pressure.
It's pretty close. It's a air mass of high pressure.
Air mass of high pressure. Okay, that makes sense. That definition makes more sense. Okay, but while we're on the topic of ridge, what's the opposite of a ridge?
Oh, my science teacher would be looking down on me if I didn't get this one.
You can't have.
I don't even remember.
As Reed Timmer says, you can't have a ridge without a. You might not know that. Know this. Do you know this, Steven?
No.
This is an inside joke for Reed Timmer, I think. He used to joke with this with Good Morning America meteorologist Ginger Z. This was her thing. Their thing. Can't have a ridge without a. Anybody on the chat? No. Sign in on the chat.
Oh, it's
somebody sign in on the chat.
T, starts with a T.
Getting warmer. Somebody.
Is it?
Somebody comment on the. If you want to help Katie, call in on Skype or put it in on the chat now, or on Twitter.
Is it
Steven, do you know?
I don't know.
No.
Don't say. I'm just wondering if you know.
Would have got this wrong on my science test. Darn it. Miss Brown. Ridge. Trough.
There you go. Yep, you were right. I knew you were on the right track when you said T. Yeah, you can't have a ridge without a trough. A trough is an elongated area of relatively low atmospheric pressure, surface or aloft, usually not associated with a closed circulation, and thus used to distinguish from a closed low. Okay. So this one's going to go to our viewers now. So you guys can answer through the live chat or by calling in using the Skype call button if you're on saskatchewanweather.ca/live. So I'm going to give you, this is a weather term, and we're going to give you the definition, or an abbreviated definition, and then you're going to just give us the term. And it can be one word or 2 words. Most of these are actually 2 words. There's your first hint. So, okay. This is a given cloud or cloud layer. It is the lowest level in the atmosphere where cloud particles are visible. So the lowest layer in the atmosphere where cloud particles are visible. So just take a guess. No guess is too bad or good or whatever. I don't know. No guess is a silly one. Fog. We have a guess on the chat. That's a good guess, actually. But no, it is not fog. Think near the bottom of a storm. A base. A base is actually the second word, but we need the first word.
It's the second word.
Base is the second word, yeah. It's a given cloud or cloud layer. Going once. Going twice. Steven, do you know? Katie, any guesses?
Nope.
Okay, it is a cloud base.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, okay. It actually makes more sense.
Yes, it's a cloud base is the answer to that one. Good guess, though, on the fog. I should have actually put fog in here, the definition of fog. That would have been another good question. Alrighty, here's another one. A radar pattern sometimes observed in the southwest quadrant of a tornadic thunderstorm. It can appear like a fish hook turned in towards the east. The hook is precipitation aloft around the periphery of a rotating column of air 2 to 10 miles in diameter. Now, okay, take away the second half. Just focus on this. A radar pattern sometimes observed in the southwest quadrant of a tornadic thunderstorm, and it appears like a fishhook. What is it?
A weird cloud.
A what?
I don't know.
Any guesses on the chat? Or you can call it on Skype, and we can help you, maybe give you some hints on there, too. We'll take your call now. It appears like it looks like a fish hook, so that's kind of your first clue. Any ideas? No. Katie, any thoughts?
No.
You'll see these fairly common. You can see very strong radar signatures of these in the U.S. The answer is a hook echo. And so what that is you'll see a supercell, and then usually kind of near the bottom on the radar page, this little hook will start to form, and it's kind of like it's almost rotating. That's usually a sign of it that can really show a strong tornado as well. And it's usually a rotating column of air 2 to 10 miles in diameter. So that is a hook echo. Steven, any ones you've come up with?
Not really.
Okay,
Come
here's
back to me.
Here's a non-term one. This is a kind of a historical weather one. How many tornadoes touched down in Saskatchewan last year? I have to. It's been a while since I read the official number, but I'm pretty sure I have this right in my head. Actually, I heard somebody a few weeks ago say a number that was like completely a lot lower than what I heard from Environment Canada, so I was kind of wanted to speak up and say, no, it's a lot. It was a lot more than that. But how many tornadoes touched down in Saskatchewan alone last year? Four. No, 4 is not the answer. We're going higher. Some years you would probably think it would be 4, actually. Last year was a very active year for tornadoes, so we're thinking pretty high.
I got one.
You know?
What? No, I got another question.
Okay. Good. Any other guesses? How many tornadoes touched down in Saskatchewan last year?
Oof. I'm guessing 6.
6?
Yeah.
We got 2
close?
more than 7. No, we're going way. I'm not exaggerating here. We're going way higher.
20.
Higher.
30.
40.
Katie's the closest.
25.
No.
Darn it.
Just
31.
You're just gonna start going up in intervals of 1, huh?
Over 9,000.
32.
33 tornadoes touched down in Saskatchewan last year.
Okay, I got one.
Over 9,000. No, we're not quite that active.
No.
Sorry.
9,000. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, close.
Okay, I got one. Name the 4 states that make up Tornado Alley.
Oh.
So, okay, you're talking like just the straight up?
Yeah.
Because they're, okay. So what are the 4 most kind of commonly defined states as Tornado Alley? Tornado Alley can kind of veer east to west a bit depending on the year, but what are the 4 most active states in Tornado Alley? And then bonus marks if you can name which 2 provinces of Canada sit atop that.
Jesse's on.
So what 2...
4.
Oh, sorry, what 4... Okay, Steven, ask the question again.
All right, here's the question. What 4 states make up Tornado Alley? Like the most kind of active states. You get points if you can name. You get extra points if you name all of them in a row. Texas, Oklahoma,
So what
Kansas.
4 states make up Tornado Alley?
I forgot one. There's one more. Sorry.
Okay, it's
Sorry.
what 5 states.
Bad. You guys.
You got to get this right here, Steven. You're embarrassing me. I'm leaving this up to you. And
there's one more.
oh my goodness, there's one more.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 5.
Yep. He got it. Cooler
250. Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota. Is that correct?
Yep.
That is the correct answer. Congratulations. Our first winner on the chat tonight. How about a round of applause for Cooler 250? Iowa is underrated, Jesse says. And actually, that is quite true. So, yes, the correct answer is Kansas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Texas, and South Dakota. Alrighty. Katie, you got one for our viewers on the chat.
Sure. Okay. I'm just gonna. Okay. This one is for the people on the chat, or on Twitter, or wherever. Okay. So these you'll see on weather maps a lot, and okay, so they're a line of equal barometric pressure on a weather map. So, what is that called? They're fairly common. Yep.
Isobar?
Good job.
That's Jesse Walters from jwsevereweather.com. Gets that correct. Isobars is the correct answer on that one. That didn't take very long. We got to step this up here. We got Jesse. We had a hard time stumping Jesse last week when we had our little trivia section. We had Jesse and Ethan Malniks on, and we weren't very prepared with some tricky ones, and so I prepared for them being on tonight. So we'll get to those questions in a minute. But Steven has another one, so let's go to Steven.
I'll just put it on chat. So I'm not gonna there.
Okay, the next question. What do you call a tornado that forms over a body of water? Okay.
It's not a hurricane.
This is pretty... Even I know this one.
Yeah, this is an easy one. Yeah, and he got it.
Water spout. What he said. Perfect. We have a tie then. It's tough doing this over the chat because kind of sometimes there can be multiple winners. And if you guys want to call in with your answer too and maybe give an explanation on why you think it's that, you can do that through the Skype call button on the podcast page there as well. Alrighty, we're gonna go to keep going with the weather terms theme, and then maybe Katie, if you wanna, while we do this, maybe you can dig up a historical weather question for us.
Sure.
Alrighty. Here we go. A relatively rare, low-level horizontal tube-shaped accessory cloud, completely detached from the cumulonimbus base. When present, it is located along the gust front and most frequently observed on the leading edge of a line of thunderstorms. The roll cloud will appear to be slowly rolling. Now, I said the term in there somewhere, which was actually kind of by accident, but see if you caught it. If you're listening good, you'll get this question really easy. If you were listening to what I said. Roll cloud, yes. So that was a hint. Actually, I put the hint in there. One other fact about roll clouds, they are not and do not produce tornadoes. Katie, do you have a historical one for us yet?
Yep.
Alrighty, you can pit that to us.
Okay. So this question is how much... Okay, so bonus points if you can say where it was, but how many inches is the greatest rainfall in a year? So where in the world, if you can guess that, and what is the greatest amount of rainfall in inches in a year?
And bonus points if you don't use Google.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure I read this the other day. I think, Steven, you had that, didn't you? Maybe you didn't. You listening to the question.
No,
What are you
no,
doing?
what are you talking about? Like what thing?
Okay, we have a guest. Hawaii.
It's not Hawaii.
Not Hawaii. Okay. So where in the world is what is it? The highest amount of rainfall in a year?
World.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how
Like-
much?
Like world or like
We have another guest,
yeah,
the
like
Amazon.
the rainforest.
Nope. You
No.
can name any country. It doesn't have to be specific.
So
cities or
it's a country. It's not the Amazon
London?
rainforest.
Britain,
London's not a
Scotland?
country.
Ireland. I don't know. They get a lot of rain.
Yeah, they do.
Britain's a country.
Africa.
No.
It's like really close to the equator.
No, it's not Africa.
Is it in Asia?
It is in Asia.
Okay, well, that's the first hint. Steven gave you guys a hint now.
It's not Britain.
It's in
not
the continent
Scotland.
of Asia.
Germany.
India.
France.
It's in India.
It's in India.
Mumbai.
Yeah, well, you got the country. It's Assam, India. But how many inches?
Okay, so we have the country now. The
72.
location in India.
Inches.
No, this is in a year.
In a year. 12.
72.
70. One says
No.
12, one says 72.
You way higher. Think way higher.
You talking?
1,042 is the guess on the chat.
Oh, that is very close. It's 1,041 inches in
What?
Assam, India.
Oh, he Googled it, he said. Okay. So he must have been using the Wikipedia or something because he was off by one mark. 1,041 inches in Assam, India per year. Wow. That is a lot of rain. I can't imagine that. Okay, here's a quick one. Steven, I think, is working on getting another one. Are you?
Yep.
Okay. But here's one. A Saskatchewan one. What is how much? Okay, how do I put this? What's the estimate of? I'm not going for inches. I'm just going for feet. What is the average snow depth that we have in open areas this year? For instance, in my backyard, which is completely insane. How many feet is that? Just take a guess. It's actually pretty simple, but it is a lot of snow when you actually think about it.
5 feet.
I'm not asking you.
Aw.
But no, 3 feet is actually closer, and we got that on the chat. Jesse got that. There are definitely 5 to 6 foot drifts in a lot of places around Saskatchewan. If you guys want to check out JC Garden on Twitter, he retweets a lot of photos like that, especially the last couple weeks. Jesse says he measured last night. Why, did you come to my backyard, Jesse, without me knowing? I don't think you get past my dog. So yeah, Steven, your turn to put a question here.
Okay.
We're rolling with the questions here now. We got some sharp viewers, so we gotta up the ante.
It's on the chat. What is the windiest place in the world?
Ooh, I actually think I know this one, but
Yeah.
it's between on top of a mountain.
No.
We're looking for
You'd
something a
think
little
so.
more specific. You would think so, eh?
Yeah.
We're looking for something a little more specific.
Well,
than
just
that.
like the continent, I guess. Just you don't have to name it down to the
don't-
town. but
Well, not
just
the
like
town, but let's go for country. Let's
Yeah,
see if we can get country.
country.
Without Googling. That's the whole point of this.
It's cold.
And if nobody gets it, we'll tell you the answer, and then you'll know for the future reference, and you can brag to all your friends that you know this.
Nope.
North
Tokyo.
Alaska. That's an
What?
interesting
Why
guess.
Tokyo? It's not Tokyo either, or Alaska.
I'm gonna say
Think cold.
think cold. Oh, that's completely opposite of what I was thinking.
What were you thinking? Desert?
Yeah, actually, I was actually thinking the Sahara Desert because I know they get a lot of wind there.
They also have Los Angeles.
Arctic.
Specific.
Hmm?
Well, it's in Antarctica. Port Martin, Antarctica.
Okay.
It has average wind speed of over 40 miles per hour. There's just nothing out there.
Average wind speed. So that's like consistent. It's just
Yeah.
not. Wow. I can't imagine living with sustained wind speeds like with 40 miles per hour. What is that include? That's like
I don't know.
kilometers. Let's see. Like 100 kilometers an hour is 60.
Like getting hit
Is
by a
like
car.
60 miles per hour. So that's probably at least like 70 or
Pretty
60,
much.
which is pretty windy for us. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that was a good question. Katie, do you have another one?
Sure. Okay, so you can answer this in Fahrenheit or in Celsius. What is the lowest recorded temperature on the Earth?
Lowest recorded temperature on the Earth. Ooh. Oh. Like just naturally, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Minus 780 is a guess on the chat.
No, that is incorrect.
Okay, first guess is incorrect. I'm going to say this will be in Celsius.
Okay,
Minus 58. I'm just
that is incorrect.
totally off the... Oh, how dare you tell me it's incorrect. That was totally off the top of my head. Steven, any guesses?
No.
Oh, come on, just guess. It's just a number.
No.
It's a number.
20
What?
feet.
We're not even... What? Feet?
I don't
Are
know,
you
I
even
wasn't
listening
paying
at
attention.
all?
Nope, not really. I wasn't paying attention to this one.
Oh, boy. What is the
Sorry,
coldest
I'm looking.
recorded temperature in the world?
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna guess like 60 something. 63
Minus 63. Is that Celsius, you're saying?
Celsius.
That's incorrect.
Incorrect.
It's lower than that.
Lower than that. So, like, colder?
Yes, colder.
Okay, colder than that. Sorry, I'm just watching a quadcopter video here. That looks cool. If you guys want to follow Reed Timmer at TVN, they're going to be chasing, and maybe we'll get to this, they're going to be chasing at the top the potential severe weather outbreak the next start of next week. And they'll be live streaming on tvnweather.com/live. We were actually supposed to have Reed on with us tonight, but due to that weather outbreak, they have to get prepared and ready to go for that. We had to postpone. Hopefully for next week, we'll have him on, and he'll tell us all about their chase and stuff, and how Dominator 3 is coming along, because that's nearing completion as well. So stay tuned for updates on that. And follow him for the latest over the next few days, as we have potentially a significant tornado outbreak occurring in the U.S. over the next few days.
This will be my last question.
So we had another guess, minus 78.
That's getting closer, but it's colder than that.
Colder than that.
85. Minus
That's actually getting really close, but it's still colder.
Oh my goodness.
89.
That's correct. Minus 89.6.
Where are you? Are you
degrees
Googling
Celsius.
No,
this?
I'm serious. Serious. Look.
Okay, I get. Okay, you don't have to pick it. Okay.
No, I just kind of guessed.
Wow. I cannot. How do you even measure something like that? You just stick a probe there and you gotta leave, because there's no way anybody's. No way anybody's surviving that.
I got one last one.
Oh, we had somebody really close, minus 86.
Nice.
Cooler 250 on the chat. Good guess, really close there. I wouldn't have. I don't think. Do you know? Can you tell us where that was recorded? I'm guessing Antarctic somewhere.
Yes, Antarctica. Vostok Station, Antarctica, on the 21st of July, 1983. Then that's without the wind chill too, so it'll feel
my
much colder than
goodness.
that.
That'd be brutal.
Wow.
We know a lot about wind chill in Saskatchewan, but that would be ridiculous. Okay, we have a viewer pitting anybody a question, I guess. To name the 3 different types of supercells.
That's a good one.
Any guesses? The 3 different types of supercells. Oh, actually, there's 4.
See, it happens.
Okay, there's 4. Yes, I know. He actually tweeted me that question earlier, and I didn't get to it. And I think he said 4 then, but we'll accept 3.
2, 1. I don't know.
Now, Jesse, are you looking for like slang terms, or are we just?
Do you know?
I don't know if I'd be right on all 4.
Go out there. Live a little.
Go out there. Any guesses, Katie? Have you Googled it yet?
I haven't.
No.
You haven't.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Why not? Not.
Real terms. Okay, he's looking for real meteorological terms. I don't think I can get all the real meteorological terms. You try. You try.
No, I don't know.
Okay, what are the 4? We're wasting time here. Okay, what are the 4 different types of supercells? Can give us the answer on the chat. Or maybe, Jesse, if you even want to call us on Skype, give us the answer. Low precip, high precip, classic, and wet classic. I like that last one, wet classic. I don't think I've ever actually heard of the wet classic.
Okay, I got one. And then I'll be done.
Okay, that's a good question. Low precip, high precip, classic, and wet classic are the 4 different types of supercells. So thanks for that question. So, Steven has one, and if you get this correct, if you won any prizes last week, this will not apply to you. But for anybody who didn't tune in and win any prizes on our little short question segment last week, this will be your chance to win a VIP season pass to Storm Hunters 2013, our new web series coming out this fall. And what that VIP pass will give you is it will allow you to watch each episode as it's released on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, a week before it's released to the public. So you'll get a link emailed to you, and then you'll get to watch it before anybody else. So it's a really cool prize. And we got episode 1. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Steven's going to ask the question now.
Okay.
Okay, he always types it in.
Yeah.
Read it for us.
How much snow can come out of a single snowstorm? I'm just talking a snowstorm. I'm not talking the Arctic or anywhere. I'm just talking a generic little island with a snowstorm.
How much snow can come out of a single...
It's a lot.
Snow...
It's a lot.
Okay. Anybody got any guesses at all on this? This is in inches, right? Tons. We're doing in weight?
Yep.
What's in weight? Well, that changes. That kind of changes things a bit. How do you measure how much?
I don't know. I guess it's just a guess mostly.
Where are you getting this stuff off of?
Off of websites. It's been in the same. It's been in like every website.
Yeah. I'm not judging your resources here, but okay. This is probably our hardest one yet, actually, tonight. So, how much snow can come out of a single snowstorm? That's a tough one. I'm going to say 3 tons. More? But what?
I don't know. Look at it. Look at the question. That's what it says.
$5 tons. No.
It says like, I don't know. I didn't believe it, but
Okay, what does it say? We'll decide whether this is legitimate or
I
not.
highly doubt this.
You're
I'm
you know
serious.
you're losing all credibility for your earlier questions by
I don't
by
really
doing
care.
this.
I don't really care. It's a stupid thing. I don't know. I just
It's just so why did you ask it? 40
million.
million.
Yeah.
What is
That's what it
this?
says.
This
Look,
is
you gotta
not
look,
no.
seriously,
no,
seriously,
no.
seriously. You gotta read it.
There's
You gotta read it.
no-
You gotta read it. You
there's-
gotta read it. Read it. It's right here. It's been on
There
like
is-
every website I've been
There
to.
is no stupid way. What is this?
Right there. I'm serious.
Carrying the energy equivalent to 120.
I know.
atomic bombs.
I gotta go to wash it.
I
Stupid.
don't.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's true though.
It's got we got that question off the internet. You know it's got to be true. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna move on from that question. No more questions from Steven. Alrighty. We're gonna go with another weather term here. So no, obviously, nobody won the VIP pack on that one. Alrighty. Let's see. We're gonna pit this one to Katie, and if she can't get it, then you guys can try and help her out. Let me find one here. Sorry. Okay. A low-level horizontal accessory cloud that appears to be wedge-shaped as it approaches. It is usually attached to the thunderstorm base and forms along the gust front. The leading edge is often smooth and at times layered or terraced. It is often seen along the leading edge of an approaching line of thunderstorms. And I'll tell my story about this in a minute if anybody can get it.
After you got going soon.
Wedge-shaped
Yeah.
cloud.
We're almost done.
Any other questions?
I don't know.
Anybody got any guesses on the chat?
A shelf cloud, a wall
Shelf cloud. That was it right there. It was a shelf cloud. You said you didn't know.
Well, I was just guessing.
Yeah, well, good guess. Yeah, it's a low-level horizontal accessory cloud that appears to be wedge-shaped as it approaches. We had a really cool opportunity just north of where I live, actually, this last summer to photograph one of these shelf clouds. And yeah, somebody said in the chat, well, I love shelf clouds. And yeah, some shelf clouds can be absolutely amazing. Actually, as it approached us, we were on a north-south road, and we started out a little farther south and didn't look like anything was happening there, so we were about to head back, but then we spotted this storm a little farther northeast, I guess it was, and we got we went up there, and then we get on this north-south road, and then it looks like at first it looked like this it was this wall cloud that was forming, but it actually turned into what we later figured out was actually the front part was the shelf cloud that formed. And as this thing started to get closer to us farther north, we didn't actually get closer to it. I really wish we would have tried. But farther back, you can see this really big lowering in the back of the storm. This really low wall cloud. I think that storm actually did go on to produce a tornado, which unfortunately we didn't catch. But actually, I think there might be some photos on my Facebook page if you want to check that out as well. So yeah, that's a storm from last year, that one of my highlights of the storm season, because that was something to see. And unfortunately, I didn't have the best camera equipment with me that day, of course, because it's impromptu. Somebody said in the chat, I don't know what a shelf cloud is. I'm just picturing a shelf-shaped cloud. Yeah, that's probably a pretty safe image to keep in your mind. Yeah, they can vary a little bit in shape, but if you just Google shelf cloud, there'll be some pretty stunning images I'm sure you'll get there. Yeah, to some you can easily confuse with a wall cloud. depending on where you are. But yeah, very good guess there, Katie. Okay. Anybody, Steven, you have any more for anybody? Katie, do you have any other ones we want to ask before we wrap up here? We still haven't given away any prizes here. Tried to give one away on that question, but Steven's was a little blown out of proportion, I think.
It's a legitimate fact.
Okay, I have a question for the viewers or the listeners.
Okay.
Okay, what is the greatest snowfall in a single storm in inches?
Okay, so we went from, that's kind of like what was Steven, the greatest possible, but this is the greatest recorded, right?
Yeah,
I'm
but
guessing
this
it
is in inches.
This
not
is in
tons.
inches, not in tons. Yes, this should make a lot more sense, hopefully.
Doesn't it made sense?
Uh-huh.
It did.
So anybody have any guesses? The question is, in case you didn't catch it, what is the greatest recorded snowfall from a snowstorm?
Bonus points if you can say where.
I was actually just going to ask you where it was, but okay. I don't know. Right away when you think of winter storms, you think of like, you know, the Arctic and stuff, right? But either that or Saskatchewan.
Okay, well, it was in North America, but you can say where in North America.
It was in North America. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody have any guesses? Do you? No? I'm going to think here. I'm going to say 30 inches.
That's incorrect. Now remember, this is a whole storm through the entirety of the storm, not just one day.
Right. Okay. We have a guess, 58.
Nope.
Are we going higher or lower?
Higher than that.
Higher than 58. My goodness. Steven says 68.
Oh no, way higher than that.
Way higher than that. I'm going to say 80.
Nope, higher than that.
Oh my goodness. 355 is a guess.
No, it's lower than 355.
Okay, so we've established that it is lower than, it is between 355 and 80. I'm not even going to read Steven's next guess. I'm kind of out of guesses. What is the highest recorded snowfall in a storm?
Okay, so this was over 6 days.
6 days.
Near Mount Shasta, California, in February of 1959. So the greatest snowfall in a single storm was 189 inches.
189 inches. In California, of all places, eh?
Yeah. Over 6 days, yeah.
Over 6... Wow. We get some big snowstorms in Saskatchewan, but I can't imagine one lasting for 6 days at 100 and... What was it, 169 inches?
189
189 inches. Okay. Wow. That's incredible. Okay. We got one more question. And then we're almost out of time here, everybody. One last question, and this is for a VIP pack, if you can get this correct. This is a term. And so I just gotta read this over. Okay. I'm gonna give it in sections. I'll give you a first clue. Small, ragged, low cloud fragments.
A roll cloud.
No, this isn't. You're not even answering this. We already did the roll cloud one. I'm not repeating. We are not repeating any questions. Just so you guys know, we're not trying to pull off any trickery here by repeating questions. Okay, so this is just stop. Well, you're not even answering it anyways.
True.
Will you be quiet?
I'm right.
No, you're not even close, actually. So these are small, ragged, low cloud fragments. Okay, I'll read the next hint. They are unattached to a larger cloud-based... What?
Scub cloud?
Scub?
Scub?
Scub? No, it is not a scub
I don't know
cloud.
how to say it.
And you're not even guessing.
Why not?
Because this is for the viewers.
You
And we
said
have
scud.
a correct answer, and it is Scud. You said Scub.
I said Scud.
Are you reading Jesse's answer?
No, I was reading the paper.
Jesse on the chat is correct. It is a Scud cloud. One more quick one here, because Steven's ruined it for everybody.
I didn't know.
Yes, you did.
Who said cheaters never win?
Okay. Here we go. I'm almost out of them, actually. We've gone through so many here. Katie, do you have any other ones that we can maybe wrap up with? A really hard one?
Really hard one.
Really hard one. Real thinker. I was going to pit one more to you, but I think we've put you on the spot enough times.
Okay, so we're going to go with the highest temperature ever recorded on the Earth.
Okay. Another guessing game, eh?
Mm.
Now, this is on the Earth, keep in mind. So
I'll give you a hint of, or I'll tell you where it was so that you can get sort of an
Fahrenheit,
idea.
Celsius.
It was in Libya on the 13th of September 1922. So what is the highest world temperature ever recorded?
Wait, do I get to guess?
No.
No.
You don't like. He's so anxious. We'll put one more to Steven at the end because he's so anxious to participate. All of a sudden.
No, I don't know.
You don't get the VIP pack. You get to watch it before anybody else, anyways.
Because I'm in it.
Yeah. Okay. We got to talk about a couple other things real quick here. Somebody's guessing in Libya. I'm not sure what. We're looking for temperature here, not location.
No,
Is that correct?
Oh, Libya.
Yeah.
He thought it was in
it
Afghanistan.
was in Libya, but I'm looking for the temperature.
Yeah, he's just
Okay,
saying,
135.
Okay, in
Is-
Fahrenheit or
Is this
Celsius?
cooler 250? Is this in Fahrenheit that you're guessing? I'm gonna guess that is in Fahrenheit.
Okay, well that's incorrect.
He says it is. He is guessing in Fahrenheit, and it is incorrect. So 135 is incorrect.
Are we going?
It's very close, but incorrect.
Very close. He said. Then he asked 136.
It's in my
Yeah,
house.
136 degrees Fahrenheit is the correct answer.
136 degrees Fahrenheit. There you go. So
that's 58 degrees Celsius.
50. Wow. 50. Can you imagine 58 degrees Celsius? That would be sitting in your air conditioning. So cooler 250. If you are on the live stream page on saskatchewanweather.ca/live, all you have to do to claim your prize is click the send a prize. I'm not sure how it's worded. Send a prize
Okay, Steven.
claim thing.
I'll do that.
On the page there below the live stream player, or no, it's above the live stream player. So click that button. That will take you to the direct email link where you just send a quick email as a prize claim. Then we will have your email to be able to send you the link for those for that VIP pack in the fall. So we'll put you on the list. All you have to do is just send a quick email telling us who you are. You claim your prize. Just click that button on the live stream page, or if you don't want to do that, you can just send it to saskatchewanweather@gmail.com. So, thanks a lot, guys, for playing along with us tonight. The other couple of things that we have going on here, we just want to update you on. Steve and I, we recently built a prototype of a tornado probe that looks a little non-probe-like.
Put some stickers on.
Steven glitched and glabbed it up a bit. But we're hoping to put that. We were going to launch it yesterday. We had a bit of a malfunction at the junction.
We didn't wait long enough for the glue to dry.
We had some technical difficulties with it, and we weren't able to get it off the ground yesterday. Today we weren't able to. Maybe tomorrow we can give it a shot. I don't know. Sometime over the next week or so, we'll maybe get that up in the air, and we'll post the video of that, and then the full video that will be in our web series, and that's just a taste of what's going to be in the series this fall. Bunch of, in addition to some crazy severe weather and storm chases and stuff, that's undoubtedly going to arrive here eventually, maybe in a month or 2 or 3. We'll also have some behind the scenes stuff, like what we like to do with our spare time, like building custom made rockets and trying to launch them into
Tornadoes.
into the air and into tornadoes. Yeah, I don't know if we'll actually get into a tornado,
We'll
but
never see a tornado.
it's a first it's a first step in a long line of
We'll shoot them into blizzards.
processors. We'll attach a camera to it and we'll shoot it up into the
Yeah.
atmosphere, just for the fun of it. So thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in. We're gonna ask Steven one more question here, just to top us off. Katie, do you have any other good ones? Since he's so anxious.
I'm not anxious.
Yes, you're anxious to answer a
win.
question. So, if Steven gets his question correct, what will I do for him?
Buy me.
I'm not buying you anything.
Why not? Can I have a hat?
We'll have a full episode of Storm Hunters dedicated to him.
Yeah.
By the way, Steve is also going to be our narrator on the series. And episode 1, which is going to feature...
What's his?
He had one, what causes most thunderstorms, I think. We'll get to that in a second.
Oh,
we have I lost my train of thought. Oh, our first episode of the series, which will be released in the fall, features some... Throughout the month of March, we had several winter storms here in southern Saskatchewan, and we were out documenting those like mad and plowing through snowdrifts and everything and stuff like that. You can view a sneak peek on the homepage of saskatchewanweather.ca or check out our YouTube channel as well. It's on there. You can view a sneak peek of it. So that's in the drafting stage, and we're going to be getting into the studio next couple weeks to put the finishing touches on that. So, Steven, what causes most thunderstorms?
I don't know.
We're stalling for Katie here.
Rain builds up in the clouds, and then the clouds rain. Yay! I did it.
I gotta tell you, I have this shirt. Reed Timmer has this shirt that he sometimes wears. I like it because it says it has the whole moisture cycle, and it says "make it rain," so it has the whole process of how it rains, like the water cycle. Like it's like a graph sort of thing. It's really funny, actually. I want that shirt.
Well, I don't know. Water builds up in the clouds, and when the clouds have too much water in them, then it rains.
But is that classified as a storm?
Yes. It is now.
Okay.
Zapdos.
Katie, do you have one?
Yeah, I have one.
Okay, here's our grand finale for our weather trivia
for me?
show. This is for you.
Okay.
Steven and Steven alone. And you can't read off the chat.
Okay, what is the fastest surface wind speed ever recorded on the Earth? So this isn't in a tornado, this is just pure wind. The fastest surface wind speed ever recorded. You can answer in miles per hour or kilometers per hour.
Didn't I ask that question?
That's a good question. No, you asked.
Oh, what place is the wind is? Yeah, let's go. I don't know. What's the fastest wind speed ever recorded?
Yeah.
Not from a tornado?
Not from a tornado.
Yeah. 250 kilometers.
Well, there are tornadoes that are stronger than 250. So.
Yeah, but she said no, not tornadoes.
Okay, I see. Oh, yeah, because she didn't say it's not stronger than that. It was measured from the Doppler on wheels. Never mind. Yeah, we're not talking tornadoes here. Any other guesses, Steven?
Was I even close?
Wait, you were in kilometers per hour?
Sure. Yeah, I was.
Okay, no, that's not close. It's faster than that.
425 kilometers an hour. Miles per hour. I don't even know.
It's slower than 425 kilometers per hour.
Okay, so we've established something.
374 kilometers per hour.
That's really close. It's 371 kilometers per hour.
Wow.
So you were within
3
a
tries.
couple kilometers.
Where was that measured, just out of curiosity?
It was measured in Mount Washington, New Hampshire, on April 12th, 1934.
Mount Washington,
Makes sense.
New Hampshire. Wow. Well, thanks a lot, Katie, for your questions for everybody tonight, and thanks to Steven for his questions to everybody,
Yeah.
and thanks to everybody for tuning in. You're playing with my mic here.
Sorry, I didn't
Thanks,
mean to, actually.
thanks to everybody for tuning in and for playing along, participating. Don't forget, if you want a prize, you got to send us that confirmation email. Otherwise, we cannot get your prize to you, and that will be bad.
Cool Alert
So-
250 says hi to Katie.
Yeah, we have somebody saying hi to Katie on the chat.
Hello.
And by the way, I know we have a lot of fans of Katie's photography out there as well. We were in the process of getting some of her cool photos from kind of this last winter here on our website. But our plan was to have them up last week here, and having some bad technical difficulties this week. So unfortunately, I didn't get them up, but we'll have them up next week, hopefully, and I'll post the link on Twitter, and we'll have a whole album of her photos on there too, which is really cool. If you want to check her out on Twitter, you can follow her on at Katie Nymanen. Follow Steven on Twitter at eSteven8. And follow me on Twitter at Joshua Zorn _SKWX. And yes, next week we are finally hoping to have the one and only Reed Timmer from tvandweather.com with us.
Tell your friends.
So yeah, be sure to tell your friends and tune in to that. Be telling us about their storm chaser at the top of next week. Now that's subject to change, but right now that is our plan with him. Assuming that this that they're only chasing until Tuesday or whatever. So we'll see how that ends up, but stay tuned for that. Posting we'll keep you updated as we go along on Facebook and Twitter as well. So thanks a lot for tuning in tonight, everybody. We really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody for participating. And
Tuesday
Jesse
and
Walters says they'll be out chasing on Tuesday and Wednesday. So good luck, Jesse. And keep us posted
luck to
on what goes on, what happens with that as well. And I'll be about, this time of year really sucks, especially this year because it's snowing and they're getting storms in the U.S. and stuff. So I'm kind of forced to sit out and just watch the radar screen and tweet, but I'll be tweeting about that and stuff, and keeping an eye on the live streams and everything, and participating and helping out as much as I can, even though I can't actually be physically there. But we're patiently waiting for those to move a little far. We're just waiting for warmth here, first of all. Need to get rid of the snow, which is going to be
Can't wait.
pretty nuts if we get a big melt all of a sudden. So we may be building our ark. Have we finished that ark yet?
Yeah,
Have we? Katie, how's your ark coming?
It's coming. That's for sure.
It's on the list, eh?
We made trenches, so.
You made
We made trenches.
So thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Have a great night and a great week. We'll be sure to tune in next week. And if you guys have any questions, you can always. We'd love to hear your feedback, and you can message us on Twitter or whatever.
Hallelujah.
So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Have a great night. I'm Joshua Zorn for Steven Anderson, Katie Nymanen. Thanks for watching. For all of us at SaskatchewanWeather.ca, have a great week, and we'll see you next time on the Storm Hunters podcast.